Hello, it is Emily Ellen Lind, and I'm going to walk you through my skin and makeup routine. So let's go. So this is my first step, which is a cleanser. I want to highlight this cleanser because it really changed my life. I got it from my dermatologist when I was about 14 and I was having cystic acne, and it was just like my skin was breaking out all the time. They wanted to put me on Accutane, and I didn't want to do that. I'm gonna wet my face really quick first, and then we're just gonna put a little bit on here, about that much. All right, so my next step in my skincare routine, my moisturizer, and this is also, I love doing this. This is really fun. Who else pretends that they're always doing a tutorial when they're doing their skincare and makeup? I hope that that's not just me. Anyway, I'm gonna do this for fun. This is oil-free Trader Joe's best moisturizer ever. I've tried everything, and this is the only one that works on my skin. Trader Joe's has such amazing cruelty-free products, and they don't make you break out. You can use them literally on babies. I think that's a good rule of thumb. If you can use it on a baby, then it's good for you. Sunscreen's very important, and not until recently did I become a sunscreen obsessed human. So this is the sunscreen I use. It's from Supergoop, and it's matte because right now even like it's shiny, it's humid in New York. Another dermatology product. The good thing about this is it's a gel and you can use it before your skincare, and then just to get my lips not so dry and crackly. And this is really fun to put on. I don't know how they make it pink like this, but it's really nice. It's so soothing. It's time for makeup. So my first step for my makeup routine is foundation. I'm someone who doesn't really like to wear a lot of makeup, but today I'm going to show you my basics. This is a very, very, very light skin tint. It's from Glossier. I use quite a bit of it if I want some coverage. NARS concealer under my eyes like this. So next I'm going to use powder. I'm going to do two different types of powder. This one is the Gucci, just a Gucci matte natural powder, but there's a little bit of a tint to it. So then I'm just gonna go in with a mattifying sheer powder, which is this one that I got at the drugstore from Flower Beauty, which I think is Drew Barrymore's line. Next, I'm gonna be doing bronzer sculpting. So I'm using this Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder. I'm just gonna do it right here on the cheekbone area. Okay, so the first step for the highlighter that I'm going to use is this Dior palette. I'm gonna just take this little part right here. I'm gonna use this Chanel liquid. I think that this is actually for eyeshadow, but it looks really nice and it stays really well for a little bit of sparkly highlighter, so I'm just gonna use that. I'm going to do eyes. So I'm gonna use this Gucci primer, but just on my eyes. Eyeshadow likes to fall off of my face. When I'm doing Gossip Girl, we always make such fun of it because I'll literally walk out of the trailer, and when I get to set, there's just no eyeshadow left. So they're constantly redoing it. I really like the colors because they're light. I have very pigmented red skin, so I need like a base layer to just kind of cover, or I guess you could say camouflage that out. So I'm gonna do quicksand. I'm just gonna do a tiny bit of this moonlight color, and it's really, really bright, but I'm just gonna do it in the corner. It's gonna brighten it up a lot. I just kind of blend with my finger. The brush sometimes doesn't do that well, and some people say that this is almost like it's taking it off, but I like doing this. I'm going to take some of this eyeliner pencil. This just connects it and just makes the eyes pop a little bit more. I'm gonna take some more concealer because now it's time to kind of like, I can tell that my face is being just a little bit shiny right now. That's it, I'm done. Thanks guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm doing a mascara base. So I didn't used to do this, but for some reason I found it and I'm like, why did I never do this before? It's kind of pretty like that, isn't it? It looks like snow. Now I'm gonna do my mascara and I'm gonna use this Gucci mascara. I was in a grocery store the other day and I was in sweats and I was in a dirty shirt and someone came up to me and they said, "This is really weird, you look absolutely nothing like this girl, but for some reason I think that you are in the new Gossip Girl. Is this you?" And I'm like, yeah, that's just kind of awkward when that happens, but I'm like, yeah, I mean, what do you mean I don't look like her? And then she was like, oh, well, I mean, you look all done up and like really pretty and stuff in the show. And I was like, oh my God. So this is for you, girl. This is what I really look like. Here's my makeup routine. That was really funny. Actually, I like it. I'm like Hannah Montana. I really do show up to work with no sleep and looking like absolute garbage, and then they somehow are able to like turn us into looking like we have slept and we eat our greens. The person that inspires me the most for makeup is my castmate Zion. She has the most amazing like makeup, no makeup look, and it looks so cute on her. Okay, so I'm just brushing out my brows that don't exist right now. I usually dye them actually, because I really like when my eyebrows are super dark and my hair is really blonde. Also, this is a Gucci brow pencil. I actually learned this technique on set, because I used to just do the Glossier boy brow, which I'll do after this, but it's really nice to also have the pencil to give some shape as well, and this is a really good one. The friendships that I've grown on Gossip Girl have been by far my favorite thing from the show. I mean, they are my ride or die sisters, and I'd do anything for them. So no matter what happens, we'll always be there for each other. I'm very grateful for that. And then next I'm going to grab my Glossier boy brow. The thing that I do, just because I have very thin brows, is I don't want it to be like super thick. Sometimes it comes off really thick, so I'm going to wipe it off, like just lightly, just the top layer of it, because sometimes it's just too much and I want more of a gel. Then I just go like upwards with it. This is really weird. I don't know if this will work for you, but this is what I do with this. So I take my, oh my God. I take my finger and I just like shape it, and then I grab my finger and I just like push it up, push the brows up. The last step I'm going to do is lipstick. So the reason I'm like very light here is because I always love doing a bold red. So what you want to do with lips before you put lipstick on is exfoliate. You want to get any dead skin off of the lips, especially before a red, because when it creases, it gets and dries, it looks really bad. So just exfoliate so they're very nice. And also the good thing about exfoliating is it makes your lips look bigger too. This part right here is for the lips and this is for the corners, so you can get in better. Take a little bit of toilet paper and you're just gonna wrap that guy around. And this is gonna be used as your perfecting brush. So I'm just gonna put a little water on that and I'm just gonna go around the edges. To get these two lines perfectly, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a little toilet paper on your finger, and then you're gonna go, make sure you do it very precisely and make sure it goes into the lip. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit on our finger, just for up here, and it's gonna look more natural. So now I'm gonna take a powder, the one I was using earlier. I'm gonna take my little brush, make sure there's no bronzer on there, and this needs to be done very fast and delicately. Now you're like, oh my God, my red is not good anymore. you're gonna do one more coat. But this time you're just gonna do it with your finger. Because you don't need a full coat now. Just to brighten it up. But this will make it last all night. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you on the flip side.